How can you stay in the United States legally if you have come here under the so-called visiting or business visa, the famous B1, B2 visa? Millions of people are coming to the United States through the B1, B2 visa. And if your intentions after being here with that particular type of visa, you want to continue to stay here legally, to extend your time legally to be in the United States, there are things you should know very early so that you can continue to stay here legally and not being here out of status or illegally. First and foremost, when you come under the visiting visa, depending on the agreement between a country and a country, United States has the so-called bilateral agreements with different countries. That means if you are from Nigeria, you are given the visiting visa to the United States. If not mistaken, by last year, they updated it to 3 years. That means if you apply for the visiting visa to come to the United States, they give the duration of the visa is 3 years. If you are from Tanzania, you are given 1 year. If you are from Kenya, you are given 5 years. Rwanda, Uganda, whatever, some they have 10 years. So it depends on the so-called bilateral agreement. Some countries, they are given maybe 3 or 6 months, whatever. That is the visa duration. And some they are given one entry, just single entry or multiple entry. Majority are given multiple entry. So let's not confuse between the duration of the visa vis-a-vis the duration of stay in the United States. These are two different things. Why are these two different things? When they give you 5 years visa, 3 years visa, 1 year visa, multiple entry, they don't mean that come here and stay here for 5 years. Come and stay here for 3 years. Come and stay here for 1 year. That is not the meaning. The meaning is you will not go back to the US Embassy to request the visa within this specified period. You can come to America and go back. Anytime you want to come to America, you can come and go back. That is the meaning. But again, remember when you went at the US Embassy to apply for that particular type of visa, you said, I'm going to the graduation of my friend and my intention is to stay there for 15 days, to stay there for 5 days or 10 days. So you ask for a specific period of time. But despite of the specific period of time, they'll give you 5 years. When you travel to come to America, when you arrive at the port of entry is the first airport you arrive in the United States, where you are going to meet the customs and immigration officers, where they'll tell you, welcome to the United States of America. Before they say welcome to the United States of America, these people have the power to deny the entry in the United States. They can take you back and tell you to go back to your home country. So when you are there, you tell them, I come here for graduation, I come here for whatever reason you said. The number of days you are going to say will be the same number of days you use it at the time of the visa interview. But once they allow you to come to America, guess what? They are not allowing you to stay for those 5-10 days you requested. They will give you 6 months. So regardless of how many days you requested you will be staying in America, there is something is called the I-94 status. So if you take your passport and God put the passport number, your full name and other particular information they request on I-94. So you can just Google I-94 online status, and you can put there is the Department of Homeland Security tracking system. You put there, it will tell you, you entered at this airport on this particular day at this particular time. Your entry will be here legally for 6 months. So regardless how many days you requested to be in America, they will give you 6 months legally to stay here. But what does that mean? It means you are legal, even if you ask for 10 days, if you stay for 2 weeks, you stay for 3 months, you are legal, you haven't violated anything at that moment. But the day they put on the system, if you don't go and check and you continue to stay in America, at that moment, your status changes to become out of status. So But majority of people who are coming here, they are excited, especially for those who are coming for the first time. They are excited. Remember, you might be having some friends in Philadelphia. You have friends maybe in Miami. You have friends in San Diego. You have friends in Chicago. You are starting moving from one state, from one city to another city, from one state to another state. It's good, but you explore America. You just enjoy. But at that time, beginning, you're just try to compare which is good, which is bad from America. And the time goes so fast. Then guess what? The time is up for you to go back. Majority of you at that moment, 2 days, 5 days, 1 week left, 2 weeks left. Oh, what can I do if I want to continue to stay in the United States of America? Already you are too late. If you want to continue to stay in the United States of America, reduce the number of unnecessary travel and come with a plan. There are official, legally ways for you to use it to continue to stay here legally. Don't just jump and start going to find the ways of illegal ways to continue to stay here. So while you have those 6 months, these are some, not all. These are the sum of the ways you can use them to stay legally. Way number 1 is for you to be able to change from visiting B1, B2 visa to become international student. There are 2 types of international students. Oh, there are more, but I'm just going to talk about 2. One will be those who are studying to get a degree. We call F1 student, degree-seeking students, whether it's associate, bachelor's, master's, or PhD. Meaning, you'll apply for school here. They will admit you. You don't need to go out of the United States to go to get another visa. You're already here in the United States. So you don't need to have another visa to be here. But you'll go and get the I-20. The I-20 will use it to change the status from visiting to become international student. Then you can change to become international student, but non-degree seeking student. Meaning you can come and say, I want to become aircraft mechanic engineer, whatever it is. I want to go and study to become maybe a producer, but not a producer of degree as a producer. No. So there are certain certifications you can be able to get. Not all universities or community colleges or institutions are allowed to give I-20 or to enroll international students. So there is a list of all universities are allowed, or colleges, they are allowed to offer M1 visa. So you can check from the Homeland Security page which one, or you can talk directly to the university. If they are allowed, they will tell you they are allowed. They will give you, you can study even English. You can say, I want to improve, to get more English before I go to to study my bachelor's degree or my master's degree. They'll give F1 student visa, M1 student visa, or I-20 for that particular status. You can continue to be here. Remember, if you go for M1 visa, if the program is less than 6 months, you will not be given the I-20. You'll not be given the social security number. You will not be allowed to work in America. So the M1, if it is more than 6 months, you will be given, allowed to work, and you'll be given the social security number. So that is the distinction between F1 and M1 visa. But another way you can do, first of all, let me go back to the student visa. Make sure that you do as early as possible, because there is a process. It's not you apply today and tomorrow you get admission and the next day you are an international student. No, there is a process. You can wait for a month or even 2 months, depending on the approval processing, how that works. So apply as early as possible if you want to change to become a student. Another way, you can come here under B1, B2 visa and change it to the work visa. Previously, it was not allowed, if you were here, to be allowed even to attend the job interview. But nowadays, legally, Homeland Security has allowed from March 2023 to today, they are allowing you, if you are here under the student visiting visa, you are allowed to apply for any job. You are allowed to attend any interview. But once the employer or prospective employer wants to hire you, will give you the offer letter, but then the prospective employer will need to go and apply to the immigration, to the Homeland Security, to change your status from visiting to work visa. But remember, that is a very difficult process. Why? Because why me as a capitalistic company hire you, the person who doesn't have much of the experience in America, most likely will be the normal general labor job at the warehouse or somewhere. Why should I wait for a month for you to start the job while there is another person here, international student allowed to work, or there is someone here has a green card, or someone here is a US citizen, can do the same job and doesn't need to wait for extra documentation and approval to get work permit. So while it is allowed, it is practically difficult and takes longer process. And many employers, remember it's a capitalist country, they don't entertain that such a thing. So that is something you can be able to do. There are some people, they are here, they can apply for asylum. It's up to them. Look for your conditions if you want to apply. There are some people while they are here, they find someone they love one another, they get married. You're allowed to do adjustment of status from visiting to direct to green card in that particular way. So make sure that you follow the proper ways. There are other ways. Some people, they can come here. While they are here, they can go to a church or to a mosque. They can offer even volunteering, doing some work there. Then they can change it to get the religious visa. So there are so many other ways legally you can be able to use to continue to stay in the United States if you have come here under business visa or tourist visa, B1, B2 visa. But always remember that you have to start your processes early. Don't wait until 1 week, 2 weeks left, or a month left to start thinking about changing the status. Some of the pathways might take longer. So that is my information for you for today. Make sure you do as early as possible.